I saw a picture in the paper of a woman in her Santa hat, and I think
Dr. Van Roy.
and she had said to him, "What do you need?" And he said, "Well, you know, if we had had a certain machine or capability, we could have assessed what you needed for a blood situation." And she said, "I can do that," and then just did it, and that then made me come here and speak to you and say I would like it to be in John's name because he loved the hospital, and he loved the coast. He loved this whole area, and I thought, well, I want to be part of making something happen too. So I asked Jörg Jaschinski, my doctor, and he said, well, we need housing. Really, you know, for opioid addiction and for different things like that. And it was you, Jane, who said, well, one place that they often come first is into mental health, and we're trying to do a new suite in the mental health area. And I thought, well, that would be a way that I could do something. And Ron, you were there.
John was an amazing friend, an amazing doctor, amazing man, and and John was our chief of staff for some time, our president of the staff, and was in the anesthesia department when I came and welcomed me to the department. I was at many meetings where there was getting into scrambling over funds and whose role was such and such and John would always say, what does our community need? What does our community need? That's the kind of man he was.
John was an amazing doctor. I remember often in the middle of the night he'd pop in on his way home and to see if everything was okay, if any help was needed. He just had his heart in the right place. And I know he had a special interest in mental health. He was always there for people when they were going through a rough time. And even though as doctors we don't always have the solutions, we are there, and I think that already is part of the battle won.
What we need is for people to step forward if they can, but even if people don't have very much, you know, it wouldn't seem like $5 or $10 or $100 would make such a big difference. But I mean, how many people do we have on the coast? 30,000-ish, something like that. That's a lot of money with $1 each.
This morning we were using a piece of equipment donated for anesthesia to assist in saving somebody's life in critical care. Later this morning when I came back, we were doing ECT, which some anonymous donor has donated, and it makes a huge impact in this community.